Are whales dumping on retail right now? Let's take a closer look. Take a look on the Bitcoin chart here with this volume right here. This is some of the highest sell volume we've seen in 1 year. So if we zoom out here, this is on the daily. We have not gotten sell volume this high since all the way back, potentially all the way back to December 17th, 2022. Okay, guys, so are the whales dumping on retail right now? Let's look at the weekly here. Let's zoom in. So we look at this sell volume. Look at how high this is. Okay. We haven't gotten sell volume on the weekly this high for similarly all the way back to December 12th, 2022. All right, and this happened right around the Bitcoin ETF launch. Okay, so we could go into conspiracy theories. Is Wall Street dumping on retail right now? And this is honestly pretty much what I expected. Because what do they try to do? They try to throw retail off. They try to catch them, put the carrot in front of their face, and have them all get excited. Everyone buys in on the news. This is potentially why Bitcoin has pumped so much in the last couple months. Let's take a look at this Wyckoff distribution phase. Now, this is in the case that Bitcoin is potentially topping out. All right, I know not everybody might think that's what's going on, but I think it's important to be prepared for all scenarios. So if we are distributing, meaning if the whales are selling, if then retail starts selling, are we heading into something like this? Let's see if I can zoom in here and make this bigger. Is this something we are heading into? So in that case, we've hit this higher high, which could be what we're seeing in this graphic here. Are we then going to start heading down? Are we in phase C? Or are we just going to continue to head up? So that's the interesting thing here, because we have been going up and we've been hitting the 44 area many times. Then we headed up to 45, then we headed up to 48. But are we about to topple over here? So that is the question. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. We could continue to go higher. I can talk a little bit more about the astrology, but this is just something to be aware of and to be prepared for, because I think it's important to be prepared for all scenarios. All right, now let's take a look. So Bitcoin just dumped down to 43,500, around there. All right, that has been a pretty significant drop. Let's take a look at the percentage drop. So in the last couple days, we just dumped 11%, pretty significant, when most people were expecting we're gonna head up higher. All right, where retail is buying in on this Bitcoin ETF news. But let's see what the altcoins are doing. Let's look at the chart for the altcoins. The altcoins let's see how far they went down. They were pumping when the ETF was passed. They only went down 7%. And that's all the altcoins besides the top 10 on the market cap. Now let's look at total 3 altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. These only dropped 5%. Wow, they only dropped 5%. Bitcoin dropped 11%. Altcoins are only dropping 5%. That is significant. Now let's look at total 2. And now I think this is going to be even less potentially, because Ethereum is pumping less than 5%. All right. All the crypto besides Bitcoin has only gone down 4%, where Bitcoin went down 11%. All right, so very interesting. Are the whales dumping Bitcoin right now? Now let's look at the Bitcoin and Ethereum pair, because we are starting to see Ethereum pump while Bitcoin is dumping. Okay, so we have just seen Ethereum versus Bitcoin has just gone up 24%. Since the Bitcoin ETF was released, everyone's expecting Bitcoin to go up, and what happens? Ethereum goes up. Is this a buy the rumor and sell the news event? It is starting to look like that. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just looking at what we're seeing right now. I mean, there's potential that they're just trying to trick retail out right now, and we could just fall back down. But here's the interesting thing. Let's look. What's in the news today? What just popped up on the news? Oh, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is now backing the idea of an Ethereum ETF. Now, I know many people are even talking about this possibility. All right, so now Ethereum is pumping. So this seems to be a buy the rumor, sell the news type situation. So now is Ethereum going to flip Bitcoin, and now Ethereum's going to pump for the next few months as this new narrative comes where, Ethereum ETF could get released? It seems like the prices are pumping based on the narrative and not on the actual event. Okay, so we had the actual event of the Bitcoin ETF, and we pump all the way up to 49K almost. Exactly 49K it looks like. But then we just dumped 11% right afterwards. Okay, so that is what we are seeing here. Let's take a look at the couple of the altcoins. XRP. XRP pumped to 62 cents. Now we're down almost 7%. So that's less than Bitcoin. XRP is holding up stronger than Bitcoin so far. ICP. Looks like it only dumped a little bit. Like 6% or so. Now let's look at Cardano. Well, we could take it from the peak back there. About 9%. Polkadot has dumped about 9%. All right, so it's very interesting. So the altcoins are dumping less than Bitcoin right now. Very, very interesting to see if Bitcoin dumps and then the altcoins eventually pump. There's a possibility of that. I talked about that in my last video where, well, yeah, definitely take a look at my last video. Or it might have been 2 videos ago, where I talked about how historically, when Bitcoin hit at an all-time high, we're not hitting an all-time high right now, but we could be hitting a local peak. And then we dumped, and then we came back to a lower high, was actually when the altcoin run went bananas. All right, so I'm not saying that's happening for sure, but there's a possibility that, maybe Bitcoin dumps. We've already dumped 11%. Let's say it dumps and then we hit a lower high and then fall off. I'm wondering if the altcoins could run at that point. It could be, it could be the second half of January. So it'd be very interesting. I'll be keeping my eye out for that. By the way, I haven't been coming out with videos in the last week because I was on a trip in Cabo San Lucas with my godfather. It was an amazing trip. Beautiful place down there. It's very wealthy place. My family friends are quite wealthy. They have a house down there. We had a great time. I could send some pictures on that soon. But now I'm back, and so I'll be looking at the charts very closely to see if we do get more of an altcoin run here. Bitcoin dumping, the altcoins are holding up strong. Very interesting situation here, so I just wanted to pop on and share this. If you'd like to get a one-on-one session with me, definitely sign up. The link below, it's down at the normal price. Now, in this session, it's going to be way more value packed than any of my last sessions, so it's going to be a lot different. And anyone who's already got a session with me, definitely want to check this out if you're interested in having the best crypto year yet in 2024. This is going to be a critical year with major shifts on the world stage, in the markets, in crypto. We could even see CBDCs released this year. That could happen honestly this month. It could happen any day in the next few months. We're going to see major world events this year. So definitely get your crypto strategy prepared, get your astrology all mapped out for the entirety of 2024. That is the extreme high value in this session that I'm going to be giving. I want to get everyone crystal clear, super well prepared for 2024. This is the entire year. I'm going to look at all of your personal astrology for this year 2024 month by month, as well as the Bitcoin astrology month by month for this year. You're going to want to get this private one-on-one session to get all of that info, to map out this year, to see when might be the most auspicious times to buy and when might be the best times to sell, according to you, according to your values, according to your goals and what you want to accomplish this year. So definitely check that out. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be coming up with more coming at you very soon. I'm going to be heading on a flight to Bali soon, so I won't be putting out videos on Monday or Tuesday, but I will be right back in the game after that. So I will see you very soon, coming out with more Bitcoin astrology videos, altcoin astrology videos, and probably Tesla as well. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.